what's up? It's your girl, Nikki, and we are back with another episode of Let's Talk Seattle. We are here with Dating Dynamics 2020. I'm your host, Nikki, and we have Juanita as well as Lidia, and we're going to be talking about some interesting topics today. One of them is, okay, so you meet a guy, and when do you text him? When do you text him, you guys? Do you wait? Like, what? I mean, what?
Well, for me... Obviously, I'm a little proactive. Depending on how we meet, like I'll shoot him a text. Oh, it was such a pleasure meeting you. I don't have a problem doing that. But after let's say we meet, I send you an initial. It was so nice meeting you. I expect you to kind of pick up where I left off. So if it was so nice meeting you, then text me back. Obviously.
Wait, so do you wait a couple days though?
It depends. Like, I mean, I'm pretty proactive. Like, time is money for me. So it's no, I'm just, you know. So I text him. If I meet you, we meet the same day. So nice meeting you. Hope you get home safe. You know, keep in touch.
So
whatever.
you're texting him right after the date.
Oh, it's a date.
Yeah, you just had a date. You just had a date.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just had a date.
I just met him and I was like, give me a number. And then we're texting. Okay, yeah, we had a date. Yeah. For me, I would.
Okay.
That night, next day, couple of days.
Okay, so
what happened was.
I mean, I know it all.
After the night, I would, when I get home safely, I would the same night. I'd be like, home, in bed. Thank you so much for a great night. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for dinner.
Okay.
You know, have a good week ahead. Keep it like that.
Simple.
That's
short,
me.
So you would like to text him. Me, I'm gonna tell you. So
If he
after
don't
the
text me
date,
first,
please
yeah.
tell us.
if he don't text you first, so you would wait for him to text you first, and if he don't, then you're texting him.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
the rules of engagement.
Yes.
That's the rule of engagement.
Correct, Your Honor.
Correct. So you wait for him to text you. Yes, I'm on that page as well. It's like I feel like, you know, he asks you on a date. I feel like those are, you know, kind of the dynamics. It's like he asks you on a date, you know, like that's what happens. And after the date, he asks you on another date. You're not going to ask him like, oh my gosh, so where
when
should
are
we
we
go
gonna see
next?
each other? Okay.
No, like,
No,
you know, you
wait.
want him to be like, you know, I had a great time. Like, you know, I would love to take you out on another date. So then from there, okay, he asks you out on another date. Usually, hopefully, he'll be like, you know, just text me when you get home, or, you know, I had a great time. Then you'll be like, oh my God, okay.
Cordial.
All right,
yeah,
so you
I'll
text him when you get home, and then what?
Then you text him when you get home,
And
made it home
say-
safely, whatever. Then whatever happens with that conversation, then maybe the next morning, he'll be like, good morning, blah,
But
blah,
what if
blah.
he doesn't? What if he doesn't?
He doesn't,
Do you text him?
then you wait, and you're like, okay, maybe he's going to text me a little later.
So that's a no.
So that's a no.
What about you?
What do you think?
hell
yeah. I'm just shooting my shot every single time. I'm texting. I'm saying, hey, what's up?
So you're texting
Like-
good morning. Are you texting him good morning the next day? He
Yes.
didn't text you.
Yes.
You're
What do
texting
you
him
mean?
good
Yes. Hello. Good morning. Hello, my king.
like
Good
it.
morning. Like, hello. Yeah. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta feel the vibe. Like, if the vibe is there, then I know for a fact he's gonna text me back.
Facts.
And then we're gonna go on a second
Factual.
date.
Yeah.
For me, I'm gonna say that's a man's role. Like, depending on how it happened, just like he asked you on the date, right?
Right.
So would you ask him on a second date? Would be like, oh my God, I had a great night. Like, let's go out again. Would you?
Yeah.
Would you do that?
Like, it's 2020, almost 2020. Like, yeah. Like, I feel like if he could ask me on a first date, I'm asking him on a second date. Like, hey, let's hang out again.
But
I had a
it's
good
not
vibe.
even, I think it's more casual, like, oh, let's go to another second date. It's like more like, when are you free next? Like, we should
Yeah,
get
what's
together. Like,
up?
it's super casual. And
Yeah.
then, you know, from there, like, okay, you give a dude a couple of tries, 1, 2, 3. Is he worth moving forward with? No. Okay, I think we should just be friends. Friend zone.
I feel like that's
Why not?
great. Yes, it's 2019. That's like a whole trend thing. Like, oh my gosh, it's 2019. Shoot your shot, do your thing. But I feel like when you start doing that, you're texting him. You're like, oh my gosh, let's go out on a second date. Good morning, handsome. How are you? All of this. Oh my God, how's your day? You're hitting him
Who
up
told you about the
all
good morning,
day.
handsome?
You. Good morning, handsome. Hey, how are you? Oh, handsome this, handsome that. Yes, that's great. I'm sorry,
Listen,
but
if I called you
look.
handsome, I meant it.
Right.
Let's say that again. If I called you handsome, I meant it.
Let him, men, let me tell you this. Men, naturally, yes, all this 2019, you know, we as women, we got to do this, we got to do that. Yes, that's great. But for me, you got to remember, men, naturally, they're born as hunters. Men, naturally, they will go after what they want. that's just how it is in their blood, in their DNA. So if you're breaking that cycle just because it's like, oh my God, it's 2019, we got to go out and we got to go do this and we got to go do out, that changes the whole dynamics of everything now. So if you're over there like, good morning, handsome, I had a great night right away, and you're over there chasing him.
But it
doesn't make it.
But it's not chasing. It's not chasing. It's like, okay, I had a great time with you. Yes, I felt the vibe.
Fine. I
What's
love
up?
that.
Like if you want to hang out.
And at the same time, we're all adults. So if you had a good time, it's okay to tell him you had a good time first.
Yes.
Like it's okay to be like, listen, thank you for the awesome steak and lamb chop dinner that I had tonight. You know, it was great. I hope you get home safe. Maybe we could do this again.
But
like, that's okay.
Let me tell you this. That's great. Text him in the morning. But you know what? Him as a hunter, he's already thinking about texting you in the morning before you even wake up. If he wants you, him as a man, as that hunter in him, he's going to try to already be the first one to text you before you're even thinking about texting him.
Well, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
What if he is super involved in his work? Super successful, super involved in his work. Like, yes, he has time for you. Yes, he's thinking about you. But at the end of the day, like, that's not going to be his first priority. You know what I'm saying? And like you're going to be like on your stuff right now. You're going to be on your work, your career. So maybe he's not going to be your first priority.
And that's fine. You know that he's busy. Then yes, shoot him a text and be like, hey, I hope your day is going well.
So let him
know. It's fine. It's fine. It's absolutely. It's fine to let him know you're thinking about him too. Like, hey, I hope you're having a good day. Like I was just thinking about you.
Precisely.
Maybe, you know what I mean? Like absolutely. I'm not making him do all the work. I am a full
believer of that. Like I agree with Lidia. Like for example, I can't come to your party because I have an interview in the morning. Oh, okay, no problem. What did I do today? I said, hope your interview goes well. Like whatever. Why? Because I know that you have an interview and I know I have a party or whatever, but you have an interview. So, and that's okay for me. I'm like, yeah, hope it went well. And he's like, how was your party? So cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, he cares, I care. Right. It's the thing. Yeah. But for me, I didn't, just to speak to that, I didn't wait for him to be like, oh, hope you have a good party tonight.
Right. No, it's not always about waiting. You can put in your part too. Yeah.
That's a fact. It's not about waiting. But for me, I would have liked, let's just say, for him to text me and be like, yo, I hope you have a good party tonight. Da 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 da. Did he do that? No, he didn't.
Right.
Right. Okay. But I hit him up and said, hope your interview went well.
Right.
Now you asking me about my party. Meanwhile, you knew about my party yesterday. You understand what I'm saying? Right. But for me as a woman, it's like, I'm the person that I am, I'm going to do that. But like, do I want the dude to be take more initiative and be like, I know you have something going on too. Like, I wish you well as well. But sometimes these dudes out here, they don't do that. So when they don't do that, do you retract and hold back because they're not doing it, so I'm not doing it? Or do you continue to be true to yourself and be like, listen, I want you to have a good interview.
True to yourself.
Because that has nothing, we have a good interview, a bad interview. It has nothing to do with me, but I want you to have a good one.
Right.
Now, for me, it's like, why can't you do that to me? But it's all right because I am who I am. I do myself, and I want you to have a good one. So it goes in both ways, right?
It goes in both ways. But yeah, but I feel like, would you say you have more of a like aggressive like personality and you're going to go and you're going to, struggle. Make sure that you're.
It's a gift and a curse.
Struggle. It's a gift and a curse. Yeah, because I mean.
So bringing it back, do you guys think like who should pay on the first date?
Oh, well, talk about it.
I'll let you go first.
Let's talk about it.
Oh, you gonna let me go first?
Let's talk about it.
Mic check.
Yeah,
hello,
check,
we on?
Check two.
Okay. So for me, so this is an interesting topic because I'm an alpha female. Like I said, it's a gift and a curse. I do this. Okay, we go on a first date. You initiated him.
Right.
He asked you on a date. You didn't ask him on a date.
I want to see you, whatever, right?
Right.
We go on a date.
Right.
Let me put my glasses on because
how do I know? Wait. Why didn't you ask him on a date?
I didn't. What you mean?
You didn't.
I mean, sometimes I'll be like, oh, what you doing? But
okay.
No. Anyway, okay. He asked me.
Right.
He asked me on a date. And boom, we on a date. Now the bill comes. And he's cute, kind of feeling the vibe, whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm a fake go for the wallet vibe.
Did she just say fake?
No, because
why you gotta fake? Why can't you
the bill came?
Why aren't you for real going for the wallet?
And not for nothing.
Why isn't it a real go for the wallet? Why is it a fake go for the wallet? Why?
So wait, you don't anticipate paying? Is what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. You didn't anticipate paying. Why not?
Here's my bag, right? Okay. We're on a date. Bill comes. Right.
Bill comes. Oh, wait. How much is the bill?
Are you good?
How much is the bill? How much is the bill?
The females do this. Oh, you good? This my wallet.
Right.
Oh, you good? Oh, you good? Oh, no. Now, if he goes, I'm good. Put your money away. Oh, you get a second one, or I'm gonna call you later, or you win.
Right.
But if he's like, oh yeah, add the tip or whatever, that's cool. But I'm gonna take a mental note and be like, But it's like I can't be too mad because I offered, right? But then I also don't want to feel like you brought me on a date and I owe you something because I owe you nothing. This could be a mutual thing. You cannot like me, I cannot like you. The feelings cannot be mutual. And you're like, okay, well, yeah, shorty want to pay her own way. That's cool. I mess with her. She's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then that could set the tone. Or it could be the opposite. What you think, Liz?
Let me tell you what I think.
Yes, please. Break it down. Are you gonna fake take out your wallet out? Are you gonna fake it?
If I'm going to take my wallet, I'm taking my wallet out for real. I'm not doing the whole fake, like, you know what I'm saying? So, okay.
It's okay. It's fine.
Okay, so we're on a date, right?
Right. Bill comes. Wait, how much is the bill?
The bill.
Tell me how much is the bill?
Honestly, I feel like the price on the bill shouldn't matter. We're going on the date. Listen. This is. Go ahead.
What if it does? Okay, a bill that's $40, a bill that's $40, and a bill that's $200.
He asked me on a date, right? Right. If you ask me on a date, you should be paying the bill. You're asking me on a date. You're wanting to take me on a date. You're asking me on a date. You're taking. You're paying for the bill. Just if I were to invite you into my home and I'm saying I'm cooking dinner, you're not expecting you
to bring the groceries.
To bring all the groceries.
Wait, but he should bring something to the table, though.
I mean, bring a bottle of wine or something, right? It's common courtesy. Like, we know all these natural things, like common courtesy. You go to someone's home, you bring something, right? You don't come empty-handed. Oh, my God, come to the barbecue. You're bringing something, right?
Juice, whatever.
Something, right? There's all these, like, natural, normal things that we've been
taught. So he's paying. Right?
Okay, so if you invited me on a date, I'm already on this like whole mood that you're going to pay for the date because you invited me. Why am I going to be like, oh my gosh, like here's the bill. And now it's awkward. Right. And it's like, oh my gosh, like who's paying? No, I feel like you as a man, you're taking me on a date. You already know that you're going to pay for the date. The man already doesn't expect the woman to pay for the date. Like if they're taking you on the date.
What if he's like, oh, let's go Dutch?
Let's go Dutch. What kind of a man does that?
Guess sorry. What? He's not going on a second date.
What kind of a man takes you on a first date and asks you to go Dutch? Think about that. You go on a date and a man asks you to go Dutch. And then you go on another date with a man that's so generous and giving and like, oh my gosh, doesn't even make you think about like even wanting to pay for the bill. Who are you going to want to go on a second date with, right?
Okay.
And it's not just about like, okay, you're paying or you're doing this. It's just about like the role. I'm sorry, but it's like you asked me on a date. I'm sorry, but we're the prize. The woman's the prize. Like you're trying to get to something. You worked hard to get her attention. You worked hard to get her number, right? You went and you asked her for your number. Then you had to figure out a way to like, ask her on a date. And now you're trying to impress her on a date. And yes, you're trying to impress him on a date too. Like you're doing, you're on your best behavior, trying to show out like, what your qualities are, letting him know who you are as a person, what you like, your qualities, all of these great things or whatever, so that he wants to take you on another date,
So wait, okay, what if he takes you on a first date, he pays like the second date, do you pay? Do you feel like, oh, you know what? No, I got it this time.
So I feel like the first date is very important because you're setting the
precedence.
Role
you're setting
and
the
precedence for the rest of your relationship. Everything that happens on the first date. If you as a woman, if you're like, oh my God, let me pay. Don't worry about it on the first date. Then you're saying this woman is going to pay for all the dates.
Okay, I don't think it's that extreme. I think it's not, oh, let me pay. Pick me.
On the first date, I don't think you do on the first date, that sets the tone for the rest of your relationship.
I'm just talking about offering because at this point, we're strangers.
Then you're offering every single day. He's going to expect you. So on your second date, he's going to be like, oh my God, she might pull out her wallet. Now it's like you have these, now he's going to have these expectations, right? I feel like, yes, he's taking you on 2-3 dates and maybe be like, oh my God, God, babe, don't worry about it. I got it.
On what day?
You know
the
what I
fourth
mean?
One?
Third, fourth, I don't know, but not definitely not on the first date. Why are you paying on the first date if he asks you for a date?
Okay, so just to conclude this, because I don't want to, we're not paying. We're just like,
why are you insinuate to pay? Why are you trying to pretend like you're gonna pay if you don't want to pay?
Well, I'm gonna order what I can afford on the first date, because I might not like him, he might not like me, and this might just be a mutual thing, and we met up. So guess what? I got it. Okay.
If you don't like me on the date,
because you never know.
You asked me on the date. You're obligated to pay. You asked me. I took my time out of the day.
So wait, what if you guys aren't feeling each other? What if like, okay, the date's cool. The date's cool. But you're like, you know what? Honestly, I really don't feel him. He probably really doesn't feel me. The bill comes. Are you like, you know what? We could just go
because I took time out of my day to
also he did
accommodate this date that you asked me on. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I asked you, for example, your birthday's coming up. I said, let me take you out. I'm taking you out. Let's take you out for some drinks. Why would I expect you to pay? I'm taking you out. I offered you. Right. So why are you going to be like, oh my God, let me pay for the drinks, right? No, it's like, it's already, you already expect for me to pay, correct? Right. I'm taking you. I'm treating you. So why are you gonna be like, oh my gosh, let me pay? Then I'm gonna be like, wait, no, that's not.
But I might be like, well, let me get the tip or something. Like, let me.
And I'm gonna be like, no, it's your birthday. Why would I let you pay? Right. You know what I mean?
Right. So basically, fellas, you know, if you ask a woman out, then be prepared as a man. Chivalry is not dead.
Never dead.
We love chivalry, by the way. A man that opens doors. A man
be a gentleman.
That
pay for
apparently
the date.
Chivalry is constantly resurrected, fellas.
Right.
So at one point you think it's that it's not.
Right.
But Nikki.
So here's a question. So I guess in dating, when do you think is like the right time to give up the goods? Like, I'm sure you've heard of Steve Harvey's.
Do we have enough time for this?
I know. The 90-day rule, and you know, Steve Harvey's Think Like a Man.
I haven't read the book. I've heard all parts and clips in here about the book, but I actually haven't read the book. So what's up with the whole 90-day rule? Are you guys following that 90-day rule?
I don't know.
You don't know. It depends.
Your Honor, I plead the fifth. I can't confirm or deny.
It depends.
It depends on.
I'm over it.
I was just saying it just depends on certain situations. Like, I feel like someone answer first.
Okay, okay. Like for me, like if I vibe with the person and we're cool, like I'm gonna want to get to know you, and in getting to know you, if we click before 90 days, then cool. But I'm not gonna set a date like 90 days. What's 90 days?
Right.
What's the difference between 90 days and 2 weeks?
What if you die?
Like,
what if he dies? Like, fuck.
But I am gonna want to get to know you. You know.
Darn it! I had a 90-day rule. He got in a car accident. Now he's gone. I'm gonna start us from scratch.
I agree. Look, I feel like you shouldn't put a time frame on this type of stuff. I feel like, you know, sometimes you may have a great night. Like, you've been talking to this person for maybe, I don't know, 2 weeks, a month or whatever. And it's like you have a great night. Then I feel like as a woman, you kind of know when you're going to get to that step with that man, right? You're like, I feel comfortable with this person. I feel like, you know, I'm ready for that next step with this person. Sometimes you don't even, you know, plan certain things and something happens. But it's like, I feel like you as a woman, you know when you're ready for that step. It's a big step for, you know.
Yeah.
So it's an individual choice.
Yeah. It's an individual choice. I don't feel like you should put a time frame on something. Definitely like, you know, of course, don't try to do something like the first night or, you know, like things like that unless you're like someone crazy.
It's a time limit. The 90-day rule, I think, was made up by society for marketing.
I think that's
it was made up for it was made up for a marketing tactic.
Yeah.
It was just to sell articles, to sell magazines. It was a thing that was made up for a marketing tactic, just like diamond rings for engagements. So
I mean, ideally, back in the day, just like, you know, your dad is like, oh, don't have sex until, you know, you get married, you get a ring on it, all of that.
Yeah, but that was just on society. Right.
Yeah, that would be great
if it was realistic.
Right.
But it's not. If it's realistic, yeah. But I mean.
Okay. So what do you guys think, with this whole social media, if you see a guy or meet a guy on IG and you see that he has a lot of beautiful women on his like friends list, does that disqualify him? from like you even talking to him?
No, because I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
I have a following on social media. I mean, I don't have hundreds of thousands followers.
No, this girl has tens of thousands. Like, okay, let me say.
It's a couple 100,000, whatever.
Exactly.
No, not 100,000, but I got 13K. Who's counting? If everybody
get 13.5K,
right.
Like
if everyone gave me $1, then we'll be talking. But nobody's giving me $1. So, long story short, people do that with me. They meet me in person. Mm-hmm. They, you cool, da 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 da. Then they go on social media. They see that I have a lot of followers.
Right.
So they judge me. You be traveling. You be doing this, you and that. Yeah, but you met me in person and you see who I am and you know who I am. But now on social, I'm reflected as a different person.
Right.
Now in reverse, if you know me from social and you're just like, oh, she got a lot of followers, she's lit, or whatever the case may be, when they meet me in person, they're like, oh, you're actually really nice. And I'm like, well,
duh.
I know I don't really smile in pictures, but damn, like,
right.
So I don't want people to judge me based off of a social media, because social media could crash tomorrow. Right. And what? I will still be the person I am. I will still be taking these fights. I will still be doing me. You guys will still be my friends. We still be taking pictures. You know what I'm saying? So I can't literally judge a dude and be like, oh, he has all these followers, all these girls is commenting on him. He's a thirst god. Because
a thirst god. Like
people do that to me.
Right.
So that's my response on that.
Right, Lidia.
I feel like social media can be very deceiving. Like, you may see something on there,
and people pay for followers. People pay for followers.
That's crazy.
That too.
How much do they pay for it? Like,
I don't know.
$1?
I don't know.
But I feel like it could be very, like, you may see something, but you never really know what that person's really about, because they may be trying to perceive a certain like image, persona, or look, or whatever it may be. You never really know. They may put all these quotes that are like, oh my gosh, so inspirational, or it may make you think like they're that type of person, but you never know who that person is really until you really get to know them, because like that stuff can be so deceiving. So I feel
agree.
Like you can't really,
I agree. You can't judge it based off of
somebody based off like how many followers they have, how many likes they
especially
have,
since
how
it's
many
so
comments
new.
they have. Yeah, because it's like someone could be like an amazing person and they only have so many followers. This person over here has this many followers with this many comments and all of this and all this attention, but it's like, it's not real. You know what I mean? And someone that's like a real person and, really down to earth, and it's actually has like some depth to them, like, some substance to them, and they don't have all of this other stuff. You know what I mean? So I feel like you can't really pay attention to that stuff. You know what I mean?
So question for you. So
what do you think, Nikki?
Oh, what do I think? I think I agree with y'all. I think that you can't judge a person based off of their followers, but you can see patterns. So I feel like based on like if you look at a person's collective friends list and the comments as well as the Instagram posts, you could see what they're portraying, what they want. Some people are thirst traps. You know what I'm saying? Some people that's what they exude, and that's all there is. But then there are other people who submit substance, who have more depth to them. Like, okay, there's a sexy picture, but look at what they're doing on this
outside of it.
Right. The substance is so much more attractive than all of this flashiness. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like someone with some substance and something that they believe in or something that they're passionate about, like that right there is what I like actually can like
gravitate
tune into and gravitate. Like, oh my gosh, you're really into like music, or you're really passionate about like art or whatever it is, literature, whatever it may be, opposed to like, oh my God, look at what I have. Like, you know what I mean? Just like all this flashy stuff. That's nice. That's great and all of that. But it's like, what are you passionate about? What do you believe in? Or what do you focus on?
Who are you?
Who are you? What I mean?
Yeah.
So
outside of that.
Yeah.
So what do you feel about men who you're talking to that don't add you on social media?
Oh, that's right there. I feel like that's suspect.
Is it suspect?
Not for me.
Not for
honestly,
you.
I could be the person in real life, and then once they go to my social media, they just have a different perspective of me, and I'm like, "But you met me in real life, and you know that I'm cool."
But
so
why?
I don't. For me,
but
this is a short and sweet topic for me. Done. What you think?
So the generation that we're in, the era that we're in right now, where everything is so driven and focused on social media, like we're literally on social media every second. We're posting every second of our lives most of the time, right? So for you to meet somebody and for that person not to be connected to you in social media, you wouldn't feel like that's a red flag? Like if that person's like, oh my God, I'm not going to follow you. Why not?
Because
no.
Because social media portrays a narrative and a perspective. If I meet somebody and he knows me as a person and he sees my
who you
body,
are,
he sees my style, he sees how I interact with my friends or whatever. That's the real me. Now, somebody in Idaho could see me on social media and could judge me based off of what pictures. You understand what I'm saying? That's pictures versus real life is a huge deal for me.
Of course.
So there's been times where I've met somebody in real life and what's your IG? And I say I don't have IG because I don't want you to judge me off of that. Because they go to my IG and be like, oh, you lit. Da, 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 da. So the perspective of me changes versus me just knowing me for me. And I don't want.
That's great. Okay, yeah, but like in the beginning, maybe you don't give them your social media. That's fine. That's not what we're saying. We're saying after you know this person and you've been talking to them, you know.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
you're gonna exchange your social. Yeah, but what if this person is like, for whatever reason. Isn't that what you were saying?
He doesn't add you.
He doesn't add you. Let's say you're dating for a while.
Then you're still okay. You're still good.
You're okay with that if he doesn't add you and you guys are on and you followed him. You followed him and he hasn't followed you back.
I'm unfollowing. That's a fact. I don't care. It's not personal.
Okay,
there we go.
So we're gonna wrap this up here. So to wrap this up, we just want to talk about some different things that are going on in the news. I don't know if you guys know this, but for the first time in history, Miss America, Miss Teen USA, Miss USA, and Miss Universe are all black. All black. So I mean, shout out to that. And I think we all saw the speech, and she was Miss South Africa was who won, Zuzubini Tunzi, who won, and she was talking about leadership in her speech and how she believes that there's not enough women leaders in America. Do you guys want to add?
I think her speech is literally why she won the title. Her speech was beautiful. I felt like her speech touched me. I felt when she said women are one of the most powerful beings in the world.
Facts.
Let's be honest.
Facts.
Yes,
Facts.
Men, we love men. Men are strong. Men, I love men, right? But I feel like women, yes, men are just amazing, right?
I'm sorry.
I love men.
Okay, sorry.
So, but let's talk about women. Women give life, right? Women give life. We can take so much. We go through so much in life, and we can literally bounce back and just go back to work. Literally have a child and you're literally back on the workforce, right? Yep. You could go through all these emotional things and pretend like nothing is wrong. You can hold your man down through things that he's going through, make him stronger, all these types of things.
Behind every strong man is a strong woman.
You can hold down your family. Exactly. There was a thing that, who was it? Michelle Obama said. She said she was at a gas station one time and someone was like, oh, if you wouldn't have married Obama, you're such a lucky woman that you got to marry Obama, the president of the United States. And she was like, you know what her answer was? If I wouldn't have married him, if I would have married someone else, he would have been the president of the United States.
Ooh, facts.
So that right there speaks for it's very important to have a strong woman behind you. Yes, absolutely. You could be an amazing man, but if you have a strong woman behind you, she's gonna take you to the next level. But back to the speech.
Yes, Zuzubini
back
Tunzi.
To the speech, her saying, women are, just these strong, amazing women. Women give life, and also her just saying, for her to be able to represent a black woman in
natural hair, natural, everything natural. A little girl
that can just look up to someone that looks like her.
Yes,
and someone that looks like someone that has her type of hair texture and whatnot. Because I remember being a little girl and I actually wanted to be in pageants and all of that, and there was never anyone to look up to. And now it's all these little girls growing up now, they can look up to this woman and be like, oh my gosh, she doesn't have your standard textured hair or whatever it may be. And now it's oh my gosh, she looks like me. It's something that they can look up to and actually look forward to. So I thought that was just beautiful. And I'm very, very excited for, what she could bring to everything, all these little girls growing up now. So.
She actually she did a tweet and she said, tonight a door was opened and I could not be more grateful to have been the one to have walked through it. May every little girl who witnessed this moment forever believe in the power of her dreams, and may they see their faces reflected in mine. I am.
Wow.
That's Miss Universe 2019.
Wow.
That was just beautiful. Like,
let's give her a round
their
of applause.
faces reflecting mine.
Yes. So that's going to end our episode here on Let's Talk Seattle. Stay tuned for another episode coming shortly.
Thank you.